One of the long-term projects we've been working on is the Folsom Mug Book, and it was from the early 1920s. And we reclaimed the book as part of the Replevin law, which allows the archives to reclaim estate property that for some reason left the agency that it was at. And as far as I know, it was a private owner that had a copy of this book. And we contacted him and told him about the law, and he had no problem giving it back to us. But it came back with, it was in pretty bad shape. And this page has been repaired, but I just wanted to show you the pages, how interesting the pages are, just with the mug shots and that sort of thing. But this is how the book came to us. It was bound by posts, but not securely. And at some point, someone had decided to try to sew the pages on, and all it resulted was just very tattered edges. And every page has that tattered edge. And tattered edges are something we come across often in our jobs, because if you don't address the tatter, it'll just work its way further into the page. So we want to prevent that or slow down the process from that happening. And also these pages are very acidic. So it used to be when we treated acidic paper, we had to immerse it in a non-acidic bath. But now we have a product called Bookkeeper, which makes the process very easy. It comes in aerosol, kind of a pump spray. And it dries very quickly, and you never want to put too much. And that pretty much deacidifies it. Now, the thing we wanted to address is the tatter on the edges. So what we do using a piece of Hosokawa Ban, or it's a very strong mending paper, handmade mending paper from Japan, is we tear a piece, and we never cut the paper. We always tear it because you want these little fibers on the edges, because they kind of help grip the paper. And making it slightly larger than the edge. And once I have it torn to size, then I'm going to apply the wheat paste. And again, this is wheat paste that is cooked. We used to cook it on a hot plate, but now we use a microwave, which is a lot safer and actually a lot quicker. And you really only need to apply it to one side, but you do want to make sure that it's pretty well soaked with the adhesive. And take your tweezers, and I'm going to put 1/2 over one side. And then I use a bone folder. And in this case, this is a Teflon bone folder, which does not harm the paper, won't scratch the paper after it's been used a long time. So I press down one side, flip it over, and then fold it over the other side, and that creates a new edge for each page. And I also leave an extension so you can fold that over to reinforce the corners, because corners are very vulnerable to a lot of damage. Now that's in place, and you want to dry it. So this is Rime. It prevents the document from sticking to the blotter paper. So that goes down first as protection, and then the blotter paper goes on top of that. And then a weight, and I prefer soft weights because they conform more to the paper, especially when you're working with books, as opposed to a hard weight. Now we let this dry for preferably overnight, just so we know that the mend will really set. And again, once that dries, it just provides a very clean, reinforced edge. And you can still see the original holes. We're going to reintroduce the holes in the original place and then place it back into a book format. But we won't use iron posts. We'll use aluminum posts instead that are adjustable in height, in length, and that way when someone wants a copy of a particular page, we just unscrew the post, pull out the page, copy it, and then insert it back into the book.